Hi everyone. So I've decided to start this segment called Hati to Hati. Hati to Hati means heart to heart in Malay. And in this segment, what I want to do is that I want to share with you my personal experiences, and at the same time also talk about topics which are relevant today. What I'm going to share is my journey from being an engineer, teacher, and finally airline pilot in training. So for those of you who don't know, I'm actually right now undergoing pilot training with an airline here in UAE. And I had this dream since I was a young kid. I was actually very lucky back then to be able to travel quite a bit, and I was always very curious how it's like to be in the cockpit, to fly the aircraft, and to land the aircraft. So when I was 13 years old, I actually enrolled myself in the Singapore Youth Flying Club. We started off with aero modeling. So what we did was we built model aeroplanes made of wood, and then we would fly them. So that was when I first learned about the mechanics and principle of flight, etc. In Polytechnic, that was when I had my first taste of flight, and then I finally attained my private pilot's license, or PPL, as we all call it, in Malaysia, in JB, with FRAS Flying Club. So it was this moment when I got my PPL, was when I knew that okay, I want to make this a career. I could still remember my first solo, when I actually took off without instructor, made my own decisions, and when I finally landed, that was the most memorable experience. And I guess a lot of pilots will tell you the same thing as well. So I went through the normal Singaporean education system from primary school, secondary school, poly, and finally university, where I attained my bachelor's of mechanical engineering. And when I was in school, the only career that I really wanted to embark on was to be an airline pilot. By that point of time, there was no openings yet. So upon graduation, using my engineering degree, I actually applied for an engineering job. I was actually in the oil and gas sector, so I worked for a few years. However, well, sad to say, the oil and gas industry wasn't doing that well, and actually quite a number of us were retrenched, and I was one of the one affected. I could still remember the point of time. I went to work in the morning, and the next thing I knew, half an hour later, I was told to go home. Well, I shall take it as a blessing in disguise. So after the retrenchment, I just needed a day at home just to clear my mind, sleep it out, just chill and stuff. And I was thinking, hey, now's the best time to actually apply for the airline since there's opening. And on the spot itself, I went online, submitted my application, managed to get a reply within 2 to 3 weeks, and I actually applied for two airlines. Went through all the test process, and in fact both I got into final interviews. But this time round, for both interviews, I actually didn't make it through. I failed both interviews. I was lost. I was thinking, what's wrong with myself? Like, where did I went wrong? Um, Thinking about which, I thought to myself, okay, I had education and I've got background, and I thought by me showing so much passion on how much I wanted this, and I still didn't get it. So I was really, really lost. I was really, really very down. So now being unemployed, at this point of time, I couldn't sit on my butt. I went to do Grab. I gave tuition. I'm also a rugby referee, so I'm pretty lucky that rugby referee give you some allowances when you referee the games. And at this point of time, I was also searching for other jobs just to keep myself afloat. During this period, again, I just had like my one goal in my mind, which is to go for my dreams. Okay, and that is to be an airline pilot. I've got a few friends who are in the education industry. So one of them just came up to me and told me like, hey Fami, why not you just apply to be a teacher? I think you make the cut. And I was thinking about it like, that's pretty interesting. Why not? Because it didn't cross my mind at all. Then I went on to apply for NIE, applied to be a PE and math teacher. Went for a series of tests again, and then finally got called for an interview. I made it through. So that was when I had a short stint in contract teaching, because before you go to NIE, you have to do a contract teaching first. So I actually had some experience being a teacher. And during this period itself, my heart, yes, I enjoyed the job. Okay, teaching was really enjoyable. I enjoyed interacting with the kids, especially doing sports PE, because it's my forte since I love sports a lot. But to be honest, my heart wasn't there. In my mind was, man, I've gone through so much when I was young. My parents have invested so much in me, and I really want to be an airline pilot. So I did not give up. I keep on searching online, where else, that I could apply to be an airline pilot, because I personally do not want to do my own license, just get a commercial pilot's license and then apply for an airline. I prefer to apply for an airline cadet straight away. I have my reasons for that. Maybe I'll share that in in the next video. So yes, when I was applying, and then I saw there was an opportunity in UAE, and they were accepting international cadets. So what I did was, again, straight away, even without thinking, I submitted an application, I sent an email, waited for them to reply, and then I was told that I have to go to UAE itself for the test, and if I pass all the tests, eventually the interview as well. At this point of time, I was still in teaching, and I was like, you know what, I'm just gonna go. Yeah, so in fact, I actually left teaching in June, before or rather when the June holiday started. I left teaching, and then I went to UAE for my test and interview, even without confirming of the job yet. So it was pretty crazy, but I had no regrets. At least I know that I'm going all the way for something that I really, really want to do. Yes, I had to prepare a lot for the test and interview. Make sure that because this is my last chance. If I don't make this through, I don't know how. I really don't know what to do already. I went to UAE, had to clear the series of tests, and you see, if I don't pass like this stage, I can't move on to the next stage. So yes, there was a lot of pressure on me. There was a huge investment on me, because I had to pay for my own flight ticket. I was lucky that I've got a friend who was willing to take me in to stay with him. But yes, flight ticket, meals, and everything, transport was all on my own. And of course, the cost for the test fees and everything, all we have to pay. To be honest, I spent a few $1,000s. And when I finally got through all the way to the final interview, I thought to myself, whatever I had learned back from the previous interviews, and in fact, even before coming here as well, I was talking to a lot of friends, like asking them again, like, how do I go about going through an airline interview? What are the certain tricks and techniques that maybe perhaps I have missed out? And I was very lucky that they shared with me. I made sure that I used them, and when the interview day came, I just did my best. Make sure I did not repeat the same mistakes again. And when I finally got the results for the interview and knew that I made it through, the the feeling, the feeling I had inside me, I really just wanted to break down. The first thing I did was I just called my parents, and just informed them that, like, Alhamdulillah, I made it through, and it was the best feeling of my life. I'm someone, I will do something, I will go all out till I get it. I just believe that when you want to do something and you really love it, go for it. If it's not now, then when? And at the end of the day, you want to leave no regrets. And this is what I learned from rugby, actually. Because as a player, our coaches always tell us, you leave everything on the field. However, while going for this dream, or rather right now when you're in training, it's not an easy journey. Being a pilot is not an easy journey. I guess for those of you, those pilots who are even watching this, I'm sure you can attest to this. Apart from all the theory tests, the ground school papers, and there's a lot of hard work from day one. Okay, once you sign on the dotted line to say that you want to do this, it's a lot of studying and a lot of hard work. And one thing that I guess we really need is constant prayers and support from your family. I'm very, very lucky that my family, my parents, my brothers, and even in fact, some of my uncles and aunties and all, they are all so supportive of me. And I thought to myself, okay, now being a pilot, yes, some people might find it glamorous. Yes, it is a glamorous job. I won't deny that. But the thing is that my niyat, okay, or rather my intention, at the end of the day, this is for my family. Since young, they've supported me like crazy just to be on this journey. If you are going for your dreams, going for your goals, okay, never forget those who have supported you. For my next video, I'm going to share with you more about my training that I'm undergoing, which is MPL, Multi-Crew Pilot's License. I hope that this sharing has been beneficial for you. And in my next video, I'm going to share with you on the different ways to being a pilot and the different options that we have. There's a reason why I specifically just wanted to do under an airline cadetship. So if you want to know more, do stay tuned. And once again, do not forget to like, share, subscribe, and please comment if you want to share whatever dreams that you have, so that we